Queen takes e4 check, king d1. King. I don't know. I don't really know which way I'm supposed to play this. Yeah, I don't know. My internet acted funny this morning. I played a game of Hearthstone, and even during that, I had a momentary disconnect. It looks like something with my internet. The disconnect. Unclear. It's unclear what's going on here. Queen g4 check. f3, queen takes g2. He does have queen e5. So maybe I should just take on g2. He has this queen e5 move. I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, king f7, rook e1. It's not clear to me. I don't know. Queen g4 check. I'm out of my book here. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy trolling a roll. I love Twitch in the way it gives my PC a 98% RAM load, yeah. I've crashed once. Twitch is horrible. By the way, you were gifted a sub by Cooking Rooks. Great to have you back too, Troll. There we go again. I'm close to getting disconnected. Something with my internet. Wow, this is crazy. He took there. Whoa. I can't believe it. He took on g8 of all the moves he could have played. Hey, I'm not down material. I think he missed bishop a6 check. This is definitely not healthy for white. Bishop a6 check is not his only problem. It's kind of an amusing position. I have trouble remembering what happened 1 minute ago. Castling is my plan all along. 17 castles. Thank God for increment. Thank God it's increment. Thank God it's Friday. What would I do if it wasn't increment? I have to say I didn't see that move. In case you're wondering. I have no comments about this endgame. It was maybe the worst endgame ever played. But it is what it is. It's probably the worst endgame ever played by a man. Now he resigned. The worst endgame ever played by a man. Whatever. He plays too fast. He's getting better, but he's still getting excited during the later stages. Don't even think about like winning on time in increment. There's no sense even getting your adrenaline flowing, you know? I mean, they're not going to beat me on the clock. Most cases. Unless you have a totally winning position. I mean, I will flag if I have a lost position. I mean, but you have to usually get me in a lost position and I'll lose on time. I even did it with a 30-second increment. Or at least close to a lost position. Move 32, he had king takes e4. Yeah, of course. He's fine. It's a draw, you know? I let it get completely out of control. I got flustered. There is a challenge from rated, player unrated. So we're not going to take rated. Though, did you see that? I'm going to play rated, you think? These people have these like, oh, 2800 grind stream. Like, maybe I'll do that someday, but I'm definitely not going to play 1600s rated games. Alright. I have so many different openings I can play. The Benoni, Benko. Oh, they all do this. People that don't know theory, they always play b3. Trying to play the Benko, and I get b3. Yeah, it wasn't a draw. You lost. No, it should have been a draw. Knight takes. I guess I've had this position in the I've had knight f3 in the Blumenfeld. Refund, you're not a subscriber anymore. Oh, it's the same thing as that. This is interesting. Pawn takes b5. It's like a cousin to the Blumenfeld. Takes on b5 variation. My cousin Vinny. Interesting. Alright. This is a new one. But I mean, so potentially his bishop on b2 would be decent in such position. Reasonable. My central pawn. Guess I am not from 3 days. Very sad. Very sad. You're unlucky. We had a lot of gift subs. Knight c3. Okay, this pawn is vital. I don't want that getting attacked again. Looks like he's safe. Safe for now. However, not sure if bishop e7 is best. I was thinking about bishop e2, bishop f3. Thinking of a number between 1 and... Here, a6 maybe? We'll wait on that. Now I can wait. Very sensible setup. It's amazing GM Sean is an opening pro. He's 0-20, but he's always got good positions. Strange. Has the courage to say... What? I heard that chess 960 was actually chess 969. Aspirate, what are you talking about? I never did the math on it, but I've never heard that before. You've been reading chess conspiracy theories again. Troll in a roll will surely know. He knows the truth. It's not difficult, you know, probably to calculate. If they're keeping it a secret, it's a cover-up. There are really 969 positions. QAnon doesn't want you to know. Inspire. Inspired chess. No, dude, he always plays like a master in the opening. It is an interesting position. It's like non-existent variation of the Benko. Similar to a non-existent variation of the Blumenfeld that I face a lot. I don't know. Have you met that guy that's streaming all the time? Who's a FIDE master? I think it's cheap to make your Twitch handle GM whatever when you're a FIDE master, it's obviously to like delude the noobs into thinking you're a grandmaster. I would never ever do that. Oh, it's just a joke. Yeah. Sure. All right, what are we gonna do? Grandmaster. He's the richest streamer on Lichess. Why does he stream on Lichess if he wants money? I don't understand. It doesn't make sense, you know. Why doesn't the guy stream on the evil chess site? Why does he stream on Lichess? If he's gonna have this name where he's like, is he rich? Really? It's not hard to be the richest streamer on Lichess, since I'm not really. He's been a long time trying to become a GM, man. Like, I played him like 17 years ago in an IM tournament in Budapest. He hasn't made a lot of progress since then. Yeah, he's not getting any younger. I don't think that's the reason. I could understand if he was like, 18 or something. I played him when he was a little, well, not a little kid, he was pretty big. I played him in like 2007 or 2008. Okay, I'm exaggerating. Alright, I'm exaggerating. It was probably like 2007. I exaggerated slightly. So it was 15 years ago. There was a minor exaggeration. I didn't like to play IM tournaments back then, but sometimes I did. Make a deal with the organizers so I would get a discount on my GM entry fee the next month. So I played him in some IM tournament and I just made a quick draw. I was totally unmotivated. He was very solid. I wasn't interested in playing chess too much in that tournament. He gets bits for completing simple challenges. Yeah, I don't want to know. Why doesn't he stream on chess.com? He seems like he would belong there. Has there been any FIDE FM to GM stories where the FIDE master was old? Well, I mean, there are these like really strong, sometimes like FIDE masters that are legit like 2,500 who never bothered to get their IM title or stuff. Like if you go to like Russia, I mean, there are some pretty strong FMs probably. FM is what it used to be. I mean, GM Sean, you're not 1,600. How do you do this every game? What is your deal? I don't understand what his deal is. Like, plays the opening like a master, but he's 0-20 against me. It just doesn't make sense, you know? Like, how is that possible? Yeah, you'll occasionally see like a Russian FM who's like 2,500. You would never see that with American players. Yeah, absolutely. The Hans Niemann would be an FM in Russia, probably. Repun, I think like 75% of the people that stream on chess.com, their viewers are bots, honestly. Chess.com just has like tons of bots that they like attach to people. I'm I don't know this scientifically as a fact, but it's pretty obvious to me, you know. It's criminal. They're complete losers who have like 2,000 viewers more than like pretty good gamers in other games and stuff. I mean, yeah, right. I don't know, GM Sean, your rating is super sus. Of course they're bots, man. But they're like organized probably by chess.com. They have like an ocean of bots. Chess.com has like millions of dollars, so they just set these people up with bots. There's just an army of bots, probably. GM Sean, 1600. Yeah, right. I'm just speculating. Like a really like nothing player can have so many viewers. He's really outdone himself today, though. Do you think GM Sean is Repun? They're the same person? This is ridiculous, dude. You clearly have someone else playing on your account. If you're 1600. There's no way this is a 1694 player playing like this at that speed with relatively high accuracy against an IM. I mean, what are we trying to prove here? I'm 20-0 and you can play like this? Like, how many people are playing on this account? He's got really decent endgame technique suddenly. That's crazy, dude. I'm like playing a master or something. He's not playing like a 1750. Give me a break. He's playing like a 2000 till he made that move. At least 2000. But trading into a lost king and pawning game. I don't understand how you could be... That doesn't make any sense. His time management is crazy good, exactly. There's no way he'd be 1694 and be able to play that fast. I mean, what is this? Again, like, it's impossible. I think a lot of people have their friends play on their account and stuff. I mean, it's probably his friend who's like 2000. That's not a 1600. Exactly. That player was at least 1900, 2000. I mean, honestly. Until like the trade of rooks. As far as time management, yeah, I would say he's like 2000, whoever this was. But there's no way you'd be 1694. Alright. Mirales. It's okay to say compliments. He was playing like 1900. Morales is underrated too. Morales is really like 2200. But he doesn't play at all. All of his ratings are question marks. But I mean, he's crazy fast. He would decimate. That player would decimate the 1600s in the hourly arena on time at the very minimum, you know. And no major errors. You know, he makes it to a 3 against 4 Rooken game against an IM. Where, you know, there's no way. And I had to really try my hardest. Morales, I don't know. We'll play the... What is that? Who played this? World Loser variation. I don't know what it does. That's the problem. What does it do? What doesn't it do? Queen d5 is not a standard move. What doesn't it do? So the thing is, like, that knight b4 move, now it seems like it's a legit threat. Morales doesn't need a chance to win. He already has 115 points. Is the Budapest Gambit a good opening to play for a win? It's a good opening to play for a loss, definitely. Playing for a win, probably. Maybe it's not a good opening to play for a draw. Most likely. That's the only thing it's not. Though it can be played kind of solid style. Yeah, Sean. Super strong today. Control the center. I think Morales doesn't like playing c6. So Queen d5 is pretty annoying if you don't like to play c6. Because c6 weakens him in the center. I mean, I don't know. His other option is like d6. But I don't think this is really like a typical continuation. I just saw World Loser do this randomly in one of my tournaments. Maybe I played it. Maybe he played it against me. I don't remember. It's typically played in the variations with Bishop f4 to hold on to the pawn on e5. But when I looked at it a long time ago with the engine, it seems like it was like a reasonable move. Now he can try to hit my queen with Bishop e6, but I've got that. Queen situation. They're a different kind of player. Some of them adapt well to strange, different openings. You know, there are masters who, if you put them in an alien position, they play like they're mentally handicapped or something. Some people really need the familiarity of the positions they know. But I think the players who don't, you know, really understand chess more. Some even masters are just really good in certain positions. You know, universally understanding the game is more important. I've never been a player to focus primarily on openings. And, you know, maybe that's why I never had the GM title. My opening preparation was never on the highest level. So I think that held me back a lot. But it also made me stronger in other aspects. So it's kind of a trade-off. I think not being that well prepared in the openings forces you to be better in middle game, end game. Right. We'll click the resign button by accident. I hate playing Morales. He's tough. Okay. Black creates weaknesses by attacking my queen on d5. Generally, Morales doesn't like playing c6. You know, it does weaken like the d6, b6 squares, the dark squares. He'll mostly try to avoid doing that, I think, in these type of openings, in this Budapest structure. So queen d5 sort of like provokes him to do something he normally doesn't like. Yeah, his dark squares, you know, the whole nice arrow, the whole complex. They're all like weak through the dark squares because he has no dark square bishop. And that's enhanced by the fact that he played c6. You could see the same thing in like the Bogo Indian or any opening where black like trades off, where they trade off their dark square bishop. Like on b4 takes c3. Yeah, he's a record holder. 403 games. This is game 404. Stream record holder, VIP. The only player with more than 400 games against me, obviously. Do you want to do that? Yeah, how many years did it take? Well, it's been 3 or 4 years. Yeah, 3 or 4 years. Seriously. Absolutely. Of course, none of these games are bullet games. I don't play bullet. I never liked bullet, and I swore it off completely. But so they're at least, all the games are at least like 5 minutes or longer, which is pretty serious. Free move. Have you ever played a Blitz match against Leela? No. But I have one of my students uses Leela a lot. Yeah, it's apparently not necessarily better. It is more human-like. Queen d5 is bad. He's bitter about the Queen d5. Ralislos is opening. Let's see. Queen d5. It's not that bad. White still has a microscopic advantage. So what's the best move here? My move is uncommon. They played bishop e2. I think bishop d2 is okay. So we're following this Pankratov game. Oh, he took with the other knight. Wow, it looks like your move is better. It's hard to say. Basically, black should equalize. But you did eventually get, apparently you did eventually get an advantage. Wow. So you missed your f4 window. I didn't think it was a big deal. Wow. I would castle queenside. Oh, but bishop f5 is a problem. And if I take here, you have bishop f5. Wow. I was going to castle queenside. I thought I was okay, but apparently you got some tricky moves now. Tactics. Bishop g4, f3, ponte c3. Yikes. You got tactics just in time. And basically bishop f5. Yeah, so knight a4 was dubious. But black should be fine. So queen, it looks like c6 was fine. I should have retreated my queen first. Although we would just get basically the same position. f5. Yeah. Yeah, black is fine. Troll in a roll, chess 960. No, it doesn't look like your plan was wrong, actually. Looks like it was okay. I wouldn't play queen d5 in a serious game. This is my first chess 960 in like forever. My first chess 960 in forever and ever. Guys, please support the stream and subscribe. Donate some subs. We'll do tasks for bits. Beat an 1800 for 20 bits. No, I'm not a grandmaster like him. So what are we going to do? Grandmaster Gary. No, I have too much respect for the Grandmaster title to troll with that. We're going to go for it next year. The World Senior. If Ochotnik and Larry Kaufman can become Grandmasters, I can too. That's what I say. Other average IMs who become Grandmasters. No, I want to just get it in one shot at the World Senior. I'm going to shoot myself. No, I don't want to get the GM title so my stream will be more popular. I just, it was like a lifetime goal of mine. I'm trying to make my stream less popular. Just, it's already like, I have groupies beating down my door and stuff. I'm certainly not getting the GM title, like, for that reason. Alright. Fundamental chess from Troll in a Roll. Very nice, sir. No, I mean, you can make the GM title if you win the World Senior Championship. That's my goal. You automatically become a Grandmaster. But a very strong tournament and not easy to pull that off. But it's a chance, at least. I don't have time and money to travel over the world playing GM tournaments anymore. So we'll go for the one-stop shopping for GM title next year, hopefully. If there's not another travel restriction or something. I don't know what to do. It's just 960. I'm terrible at the openings. Like, really. Troll is an openings expert. I have no clue what to freaking do here. The one thing I've learned from playing Chess 960, it shows you, it seems to emphasize the importance of the center. It seems to be magnified somehow. It's weird. I don't know why it would be different than normal chess. Like, why would the center be more important than in normal chess? But it seems to me like that's the case. You never know what you're going to get in the World Senior. I guess there could be a whole flock of Grandmasters on holiday, or you might just get a couple. If I'm lucky, there's only a few strong players, and I have a really good chance. It's not a serious tournament, you know, where like Grandmasters go there to win prize money and stuff. So but there should be some strong players. Okay, I keep forgetting I can castle. I think the best policy in Chess 960 for me would be to probably just try to play really solid and wait for my opponent to do something bad. But Troll is like an expert in Chess 960. Don't be deceived by his rating. I have no commitment to going for the GM title. Just something for the trophy room, if I get so lucky. I've given up on that goal, pretty much. In the conventional sense. I don't know. Just trying to defend myself. Castles? I can't castle. Dude, bishop g5 is... I was going to play rook c8 anyway. Actually. Maybe f6 is better. Psychology? Maybe. I don't know. The castling rules are confusing in chess 960. Maybe it means that it's more psychologically tricky. If your game starts sliding down, you will not save it. Secret is a positive attitude. Morales is too much of a perfectionist. He loses confidence when he gets a bad position, I guess. His secret is to never get a bad position. A4. So we go for this here? C5 is the key idea, but looks too risky. What am I going to do? I'm like paralyzed. I hate chess 960. I forgot how much I hate it. I still hate it. Ugh. It's awful, you know? He's like God. Alright, let's do this. How do you like that? We'll just do total symmetry. But I don't adhere to that. I actually am good at defending. Because I'm not that systematic in the opening, so because I play so many different openings and really I play different things all the time, I stumble into bad positions pretty often. The structural troll. Trolling and rolling. I literally hallucinated he could play knight b5, like his knight moves diagonally. That's the kind of crazy stuff that chess 960 does to you. Now he slipped sideways, so according to Morales' theory, he has no chance. I guess Karajewski with a 100-bit donation. I mean, I play better in bad positions than good ones, probably. And I don't lose hope when I have a bad position, like a lot of people. I find that's the problem with people with good memories and opening. The kind of players who love to memorize openings and are real perfectionists, they tend to like give up if things don't go their way, you know. They want everything to go like perfectly according to plan. And, you know, I mean, that doesn't happen that often. I have a friend like that. He's a great memory. He's an opening specialist. But if it starts to go south, he just like loses all his confidence and just like collapses. It doesn't go south that often because his opening knowledge is so good. Like he almost always gets a good position. But when it does go south, he just just collapses, you know. It's he hasn't, you know, he hasn't developed the defensive side of his game enough because he's constantly getting good positions. If you constantly get good positions, how are you going to be a good defender? You know what I mean? What's up, Agnes Karadewski? Thank you for subscribing and the donation. This is why I never want to play Chess 960 again. This is what you get. You know, this is what you get. This clogged... We need a plumber to fix this position. I mean, seriously. Mr. Plumber. Liquid Plumber. I mean, seriously, this is gross. I can't do this anymore. Why do you like to play this? How can you like to play a game like this, troll? This is disgusting. The whole position is disgusting. Like, I don't want to play anymore. We can't do anything. It's like playing checkers. It's all blocked. Yeah, I don't know. We're going for the pawn diamond. We managed to achieve pretty good coordination. I was wrong earlier. Like Monday, I said Friday is my birthday stream or something, but it's not true. It's all a lie. Sunday is my birthday. So we're going to do Sunday simul birthday stream. I get to play chess over the board for my birthday. Yay. I'm so excited. We have a team match for my team that's important against a strong opponent team. Whatever. Nothing bad could possibly happen here. We've got maximum value from the black pieces. All 4 pieces are max. I was worried. My immortal. The bishop. Is this a good diagonal? Ginsu knives are actually not real. They're not really Japanese. There's no such thing. Aslan Classic. Yui. Uh-oh, we lost somebody. How worth is it, internet? Sorry. Thought I lost my breakfast. Does that answer your question? Darren Rudin. Sorry, I just lost my breakfast. Aslan Classic, Flair, Viking Beer, Yui of K. Okay, QAnon, Fangirl, Sumahair. I'm just kidding, Fangirl. Alright. We're just going to take the challenges in order. The rucksack was awesome. You're just too complimentary today, Antonio. Very complimentary. That's why he's a VIP. He's always saying nice things about me. He thinks that I made him a VIP for playing 300 games, but I really just made him a VIP because he's always complimenting me. ICC, what's that? Never heard of it. The International Cost Cutting Organization. I would only play on Lichess, and if I had to play on another site, if I had to play on a commercial site, I would choose Chess24 probably. Well, I don't know how good the playing site is. It doesn't make me physically sick. It used to be, that was... I played on the Internet Chess server before it was Internet Chess Club in 1994, man, I've been around. Don't talk about that other site, though. That's even worse. Nobody plays there anymore for a reason. And they stabbed me in the back. I used to work for that site. The owners are horrible. I mean, I was very devoted to them, and I was a very, devoted commentator. We did shows on there. They totally stabbed me in the back. I mean, it's disgusting. I want nothing to do with that site. So this is interesting. He's sacking a pawn. I mean, black has some compensation here. We'll talk later. Antonio, take care. Oh, you're leaving. You need to leave. Otherwise, I do nothing at work. Right, that's what I thought. That's why I said take care. Okay, then I started to second guess myself. So black sacks a pawn here. There's some compensation. There's some compensation here. I've been around for a long child. A long child. I first started playing chess online in I remember 1993 or 1993 maybe, when we were moving the pieces with the keyboard, typing in our moves in the computer science department at my university. So they created Internet Chess Server, which was free, and then it got destroyed. That's kind of why I like Lichess, and why I like Lichess and I hate commercial chess sites. Like, when the first chess sites came out, they were free, and chess should be free. Like, Internet Chess, the best Internet Chess sites should be free. Why not? Why should it be, for profit of some private company? There's no reason for that. It's like the Garden of Eden. There's always this temptation to make chess a pay site. I was disgusted the first time when the Internet Chess Club was created. I boycotted it back in 1994. I totally boycotted it. I was only playing on the free version. And eventually I had no choice but to compromise. But it wasn't because I wanted to. There just weren't enough players on the free sites. Actually, Juicebox Wizard, I used to do simuls on ICC years ago, and it worked well. I like it too. I liked it. I used to do them. But then, like, everyone cheats there. This guy's pretty good for 1640. No, that site's dead. It's dead. Forget about it. It's done. And I'm glad it's dead. It should die. The owners are evil. Good riddance. Anyway. Yeah, this is a nice game by Black. Very reasonable compensation. Basically, if people see a chance to make a buck, of course, anything. The Internet Chess Server was created it was at Carnegie Mellon by computer scientists at Carnegie Mellon. It wasn't meant to be like a profit thing. Everything will get corrupted. Dude, I knew the guy. He was a kind of friend of mine who helped to start chess.net. He's a character. John Fanning. Once I was like watching TV and John was on like he was playing like the European Poker Tour, and I turned on the TV in like 2006. I was like, what? Yeah, he's the uncle of the guy who started Napster. So they did the chess.net, but that was another fail. They didn't know what they were doing. Chess.net, I never even created an account on there. They were incompetent. Alright. Aslan Classic. Fangirl. Let's go. Yeah, but I mean Roman is disorganized, and Fanning was disorganized, and he was kind of a weird guy. But he did back Napster in the beginning. I still have a Napster hat. Like an original Napster hat that Fanning gave me. He helped back them. There was more than one guy that started Napster, right? There was a couple people. Anyway, that's old news. No one knows what we're even talking about. Let's get to the 2000s at least. Castle. It's Friday, and I'm... Remember LimeWire? My God. I remember downloading stuff on there. Yes. I remember that. We used to download movies on there. Dude, you're making me feel old, Juicebox Wizard. Stop making me feel old. So actually the best move according to theory is knight takes e5 here, Fangirl. My roommate in the early 2000s played this to beat a master. I remember we actually prepared this variation. Knight takes e5, knight takes e5, d takes e5. Trading the knights is actually beneficial for black. He equalized, then he went on to beat the guy. It was shocking. I think it was like his biggest win ever. He was like 21.99. So it's this knight on c6 isn't really well placed. You're better off trading it off. It's interesting position. I played it for black, you know, obviously. Or I wouldn't know what I was talking about. Generally speaking, it looks like a mistake. Like you're taking d takes c5. You're not, you know, you're not reestablishing your center. But white can't really maintain the status quo there. That's the problem. $22.67 in bullet. Oh, I never should take this challenge. The reason why I don't take challenges, I'm saying people that have less than 100 blitz and longer games. That's my general rule. Okay, we don't count bullet. So technically it's a non-established account. I didn't check these. I didn't vet these challenges properly. We have to properly vet our challenges. We'll have the NSA check their backgrounds. Welcome to Friday. Again, thanks to Agnes Kardusky. Thanks to you guys for following. Newbie, nice name. And Astigto. Noobdy. Thanks for the resub. I am first, I will report you. Yesterday I had my meme title. Action has been taken against someone you reported. I will take action. It's kind of funny wording. The player in question has been banned. Yeah, this is not very exciting. Black, very strong defensive move, queen d6. One has to be careful around here. Ah, that's lazy. Lazy river. We'll see you around Saturday. No Saturday. Black seems quite solid. Queen d6 to me, it's a mark of a very, very strong player who has the patience to play that. Not your average fangirl, I would say. It's a high, what they call a high level weighting move. Most people couldn't come up with that. Yeah, I'm pretty concerned about this player being very, very strong. Bad behavior. Whoa. F5 is seriously psycho. I didn't anticipate that. I don't think I would venture that myself, but it is certainly an aggressive move. Looks extremely dangerous for both sides. Should I take? Always take. Chess fan. Uh-oh. Chess fans here. No relation to fangirl. 2267 based on bullet games 30. Not enough games overall. Not a reliable account. We'll play you again when we get to 100 Blitz or longer. I think there was another troll called Chess Fan. It's a popular name. Rook d1 takes, queen takes, bishop f5, queen e3, for example. I'm not sure this is a good idea. It's probably better to keep it simple. Oh, that was a quick capture. Not a lot of time spent on that one. Am I winning material here? Possibly. I could win a pawn. Guys, we're streaming for about another 45 minutes. Perhaps a little longer. I'm wrecking this guy? Yeah, whatever. It's a fangirl. Everyone that calls themselves fangirl is definitely a girl. It's the internet. You can be 100% sure. So, wow. I'm thinking I can play like bishop g8 check. Yeah, that works. I'm not wrecking anybody here. This position is extremely tense. To be perfectly honest with you, I disagree. I disagree, sir, that I'm wrecking my opponent. I think black is firmly in the game. Pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn, knight takes e5. Rook e8 is a serious freaking problem. Oh, and I'm losing on time too. Great. Great. Wow, I'm losing on time. Queen b6 is an in-depth tactic move. Yeah, my opponent is 2267 based on their first 30 bullet games. Of course they're sus. Anyone whose first 30 games are 2267 is automatically sus. If you have a female name, you're double sus. Because it's usually a guy pretending to be a female. I get a lot of that for some reason. It's usually the same guy, though. He's done it with like 20 different accounts. There's this one guy who came to my stream repeatedly. He's always pretending to be a girl. I don't know what's up with him. I guess I should have penetrated to the 7th rank there, but at least we're holding, I think. Lichess isn't good at spotting cheaters. I'm good at spotting cheaters. I can't really tell you from one game necessarily if someone is a cheater. I mean, that's not that easy. People are getting better and better at the art of cheating. Oh, there you go. Not important at all. I lost. I dropped a knight. Oof. I was probably winning. Yeah, but it's... I'm a 17-year-old girl. Yeah. Absolutely. Sure. Sure you are. It would be believable if you were actually a rated 17-year-old girl. Not a non-existent person. If you're like, hi, my name is blah, 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 and I'm a 17-year-old girl, and my rating is... Of course it's a cheater. Look at the... Wrong game. No, I don't know. It's not... I mean, a cheater, no, not necessarily. I mean, it might be a human, just it's not a 17-year-old girl with no rating. Of course it's like a guy who's like either cheating or really he's like 2200 bullet. The pretending to be the 17-year-old girl fits the profile of the same guy again. I shouldn't have accepted the challenge, honestly. That's why I don't play people who have less than 100 rated games. It's a waste of time. That's the worst thing, you know. It's a waste of time. Oh, I've never played in a tournament before. Then you know they're lying, you know. It's actually how you... Yeah, it's not who you fan. It didn't play strong enough. That opponent was around 2100 FIDE, I would say. Based on how they played. But they're very, very fast. Compared to me, I'm slow, you know. I would estimate 2100 FIDE. Definitely not a player who's never played in a tournament game. I'm an 18-year-old sorority girl. That was one of the first ones. It has nothing to do if it's a man or a woman. It's just clearly someone obsessed with pretending to be a woman. Somehow they get some sort of kick out of. My bad, though. My policy is not to accept challenges with less than 100 rated games. Here's another new player. 8 under 31, that's fine. An internet world champion? Yeah. Like, who's going to sponsor a tournament where everyone can cheat? You know what I mean? You can't have online chess tournaments where, you know, what's the point? Everyone just cheats. I don't think my opponent was cheating, but you can't tell anymore, you know? Maybe they did just for some moves. You know? Queen d6 was kind of sus for me. That was the one move. Queen d6 and queen b6. Those two moves. I would go back to the game and honestly, you know, hand pick a couple of moves that I thought were particularly strong. And then double check to see if that's the engines for a suggestion. That's what you should probably do. You know, if you want to determine if someone is cheating, wait and see, you know, which moves did really felt sus to you, and then go back and see if they meet, like, you know, top one, top two moves for that position. Queen d6, you know, people aren't stupid enough to cheat with every move now. They know better than that. I saw some crazy stuff this last week. This one guy, like, he was making just absolutely intentional blunders mixed in with like series of 10 in a row engine moves. And he would still beat people, you know, even after, like, being -3. He would come back, you know, he figured he would come back most of the time using the engine, even if he got down to, like, down a piece or -3. And it's true, like, in most cases in Blitz, at least. You can afford to handicap yourself a huge amount. So Lichess couldn't figure him out very easily. You know, if you looked at his games, there were lots of blunders and stuff. But he was intentionally blundering, and then he would, like, play perfectly after and still win most of the games. The position here, what is this? I take on e4. You can play knight g5 check, wrecking my pawn structure. That's a good plan. Fischer played by teletype. I mean, honestly, like, to win in online play, like, you can afford to make a lot of mistakes and still beat the best human players. I think, like, the third best move would be plenty good enough. You know, except in situations where you have to make an automatic recapture. If you just play the third best move every turn, you're gonna, like, be 2900. Seriously. No, this guy who repeatedly created female named accounts and trolled me. Yeah, he's just trying to get a rise out of the streamer or whatever. But I'm talking about, like, detecting cheaters online is becoming tougher because they're smarter about cheating. Hacker culture. Yeah, I can see the parallel. I don't, you know, I can't determine if someone is cheating based on one game. It's practically impossible. You would have to have a series of their games and really, unless they're playing, like, every move perfectly, you'd have to have a large sample size of their games and make some educated judgments. But like when you see people making absurd moves, like they're supposedly like IM strength blitz players. There was this guy I was talking about. He just like drops his central pawn on move 4 in one game. Like no master would do that, and he like drops his e4 pawn on move 3, and then proceeds to play like a perfect game after that. There are little signs you can realize something is not okay here. The white squares are ridiculously weak in white's position. Well, a lot of the cheaters will do that. They'll play their own moves for like the first part of the game. Then once their position gets bad, they'll like turn on the engine and start playing perfectly. I think some people think that it's some sort of good way to train themselves. I was playing again last night unrated anonymous games in like 5+3. I played the Elephant Gambit. I have this interesting line in the Elephant Gambit which is totally unsound. But I had this one game I lost, and then I went back and looked at it, and 11 moves in a row. It was like every single move was the engine. It's so sad, you know, like who cheats in an unrated game against an anonymous opponent for no reason? What are you doing? I was like, damn, dude, why are you wasting my time? Even Magnus wouldn't play like 11 perfect moves against the Elephant Gambit. When people play like unorthodox openings, I think the opponent tends to take it less seriously usually. Magnus would let down his guard slightly if you were to play the Elephant Gambit against him. Be like, whatever, you're an idiot. I don't even need to try to beat this guy. But when someone plays 11 perfect moves against the Elephant Gambit, you know that you're facing a computer. Well, titles don't mean that people won't cheat. Hopefully, like, you know, that should lessen the chance that people are cheating, right? I personally don't cheat. I have too much love for the game. I invested too much in it. For me, like, everything I did would be like a joke if I was a cheater. But there are grandmasters and IMs who do cheat. You know, they have a different perspective. I don't know. I kind of understand if you're cheating because you need to like put bread on the table and live. So you're cheating so you would have money. You could win tournaments like the Rousis. Presumably, I don't know. He cheated because maybe he just wanted to win tournaments to provide for himself. But yeah. I think there's also people that are like psychotic about like winning. They're so competitive. They're like psychotically competitive. The psychotically competitive crew. This, my friends, whoops. Is this good? Is this good? That is not a good move, dear sir. Knight e1, however, would be a good try. And I'm not sure what I did was sound, honestly. He literally made the worst possible move, confirming my suspicions that he is not a computer. No, seriously, after Knight e1, I think this was busted. Do I have enough compensation? Knight e1... Because if bishop c6, you have b5. I don't know what I'm doing here. I think it was unsound what I did. This is unsound. I became impatient. Yeah, like look at the moves the computer would play. Queen e6, h5, or bishop f5, queen f5, sorry. So rook f3 is like totally stupid, impatient. Then he takes f3, bishop takes f3, knight e1. Best move. And now I would probably have played g4. You know, hoping for this or this. Knight takes f3, g takes f3, threatening queen h3. Now you can play king h1 if queen h3 here. And I was hoping I could play like rook f5, rook h5. But you have g4. At this point, I probably would have like lost. I would have played rook f4. I wouldn't have seen this. This is insane. e4, threatening bishop e5. Okay. On a good day, I would have seen it, you know, because bishop e5, okay. How does that work? It's a draw? It's a draw, right? Pawn takes f5, bishop e5. It's not a draw. Rook g3. Wow. Wow. That's kind of sexy. Takes queen f1 mate. Oh, that's not difficult. Alright. So he has to play queen f4. Wow. You can't take it. You have to play rook g3. And then it's just a draw by rep. Check here. That's so sick. Draw by repetition. Yeah, rook f3 was a bad move. But you played badly to give me the white square bishop there. I mean, your weaknesses are too serious. Viking beer. You too much white square weaknesses. You can't play like that. You know, if I was patient, I would have beaten you with gradual improving of my position. Viking beer. What is Viking beer like? Probably really brutal, strong. 10% alcohol. Like in a huge flagon. Cast iron flagon of Viking beer. Sounds good right about now. Yeah, mead. Mead is made with honey. Six plus 3, yeah, he's a freak. He's still living in the 80s. It's the wrong time control, noob. Whatever. He can't seem to adjust to 2021. I used to do like 6 plus 3, 7 plus 3. And I played the Wing Gambit yesterday in a game. I had a nice game. Maybe we'll start playing Wing Gambits. Just for fun. I think it was exactly the same position I had yesterday. Now that player wasn't using an engine. I did manage to beat them. What does sus mean in the chat? Suspicious? Among Us? Yeah, my other opponent from yesterday played knight f6 here. Attacking the e4 pawn, and I didn't know what to do. So our game was like knight f6, e5, and what did black do? Was it knight d5, I guess. But d5 seems very, very strong. This is probably like black's best move. Now I have to decide whether to play e5 or take, but e5 seems illogical with the pawn on, or with the, yeah, what would be a pawn on b2. So I have to take. Or what? What would Jababa do? Queen e2? Derived from the game Among Us. Okay, e5 is still playable, even with the bad bishop on b2. But it's not ideal circumstance. Bishop d3 isn't great. If I take, he takes with the... Either way, actually. What would Shirazi do? Kamran's not online. If you ever want to watch an entertaining player, International Master Shirazi, he's not that high rated anymore, but he's very entertaining. He plays a lot of nice gambits and crazy stuff. I like to watch him for fun sometimes. He's gotten old and slow, but very creative player. Back in the day, he was like one of the best Blitz players in the United States. Alright, we're just going to play e5. I should watch people play chess more. Watch and learn. But, you know, not a lot of people you can learn to play the... Not a lot of people you can learn to play the wing gambit from. Wing gambiteers. So if I take... Shall I take? Wait. Take or wait? H4. G3. I don't know what to do, kids. I really don't know what to do. I'm unfamiliar with the swing gambit stuff, so... I just don't know. What the bleep you're supposed to do here? He took with the bishop instantly. Absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. But it's maybe not that bad. No. No, I hate 3-0. It's horrible. It's like glorified bullet chess. I did the team battles. We did team battles. It was like... There's nothing I hated more than playing 3-0. It was awful. All the games were just garbage. It didn't matter. It was like just random. Do I prefer a 1-0? No, that's significantly even worse. Nothing faster than... I won't play anything faster than... Well, I mean, I do the 3-0 if I have to for some reason. But I don't want to, you know. It's not something I want to do. Like, there was a team battle yesterday or the day before, and I honestly would have, like, entered our team on Wednesday in the streamers battle, right? I would have entered a team and played if it was 5-0. But 3-0 is it's just ridiculous. I don't want to do it. You know, it's just disgusting. The games are awful quality. I feel like I'm just wasting my time. You can't even play a decent game. I mean, really there's very little difference between 1-0 and 3-0. Even 3-2 is hard. So, I don't know. Queen e2 is a good idea. I agree. It's actually... I told you guys I played a game yesterday. It's very similar to this position. Very, very similar. I mean, I at least want the games to have like a semblance of quality. That's why I hate 3-0. Just degenerates. Castle's queenside. What could possibly go wrong? Now knight b5. Knight b5. Interesting. Huh. Where's that bishop going? Wow. Knight b5, there. There, he's got that. Damn it. Weird stuff going on here. Damn it, Jerry. He's got a defense to everything. It's driving me berserk. I can't believe it. And he's like got 4 minutes left. Unbelievable. But I'm afraid, like, maybe in the long run, the long run doesn't look good. Call it off. They're on to us. He stopped knight b5. See that? In the long run, something bad could happen here. What could possibly go wrong? I have to say Viking beer is improving vastly. This is not the first competitive game recently against him. Seems like a world of difference between like a year ago in your game. Way more organized, way more controlled. Almost a different player. You've improved a lot, Viking Beer. I can't take credit for it. But I still like white here. The world leading authority on Viking beers. Did Vikings have beer? For real? Was that a thing? The what? G5. G5 definitely not the greatest show on earth. Interesting. That is a mega creative move. Crazy, right? G5 and knight G4, so you'd attack my E5 pawn. I'm down to 39 seconds. Yeah, there was some knight d4s, but the e5 was hanging, you know? That's the problem. White shows his fundamental belief in the center. This is the one square I haven't. It's like Monopoly. The Central Monopoly. When I don't have Park Place, we have Marvin Gardens, Boardwalk, Pennsylvania Avenue, but no Park Place. Jesus. He's still defending like God. Wow. I mean, I don't know what I would call it, defense, or what I would call it exactly, but call it what you want to call it. The other thing is, I don't remember Viking Beer being so fast before. But I think it's a perception thing. Maybe I'm just getting slower. It's not that he's getting faster. Self-immolation. F6 not recommended. Not the safest move. Ooh. That's not good. But it took until move 23 when he lost his mind. His first time playing neither drunk or hungover. It's possible. It felt like he was still in the game until that last step. But the computer puts me at +5. Damn, dude, Knight B1 is top 2. Knight B1 is the best move. Can you guys give me credit? Okay, Knight C2 was close. But Knight B1, I think I deserve like 100 bits for that, for finding Knight B1. What would Gowrie demand? Finding Knight B1 in this position. Should I demand bits from the audience or something? Yeah, I mean, E6 is an attacking player. E6 is the move an attacking player would consider. 5 subs. 3 Italian. 1 tuna. I'm proud of Knight B1 though. You know, I mean, that's a quality move to come up with. The key is the D5 square. I was talking about the center, right? And I was talking about how I didn't own Park Place. And I was thinking, okay, how can I attack Park Place, you know, without losing control of Boardwalk, Pennsylvania Avenue, and Marvin Gardens? And the secret is, like, I keep all these pieces, and this one's not working, so he has to come back to C3. The only way to attack D5 is with the knight on A3. And that's it, man. I mean, it's game over after that. Meatball is the 5th sub. Knight takes D5. Good choice. Good choice, Acerbate. Last game. I gotta go, guys. Last game. So there's no fish in Subway. We have Subway here in Budapest, by the way. I ate there like once in the last 10 years. Or I ate a Subway sub maybe once. Somehow it doesn't seem as good as... Not even like American Subway is good, but it seems even worse than the American ones. The only thing I'll say about Hungarian fast food, I think Burger King is better here than in the States, which is interesting. The last time I ate at a Burger King in the United States, it honestly should have been shut down by the health department. Here it seems like Burger King is still not too bad. I don't eat that much fast food. Sometimes I have to go to McDonald's to get breakfast. like maybe on Sunday. But Subway didn't seem very good. So they aim to have tested the tuna fish and found a real fish. Ouch. There was fish molecules detected in the. Were there fish molecules detected in the Subway tuna fish sandwich? This is an interesting line, but f3 is a bad move. Your options include well, actually, I'm not threatening anything. Knight e4, knight e4, bishop e4, bishop g7, king g7, queen d4, check. So you could just castle. Just do it. Yeah, you're playing like the kid I played in the last round of my IM tournament this summer, which didn't end well for my opponent, although I think he had a good position. I've never seen Sumher in this line. Not a characteristic position for him, I would say. So, alright. Bishop takes or knight takes? This is the $1,000,000 question. I guess you have to take with a knight. Not too exciting. So bishop takes, queen takes a5, rook takes a5, and then like c takes d. Yeah, I don't like it. C takes d. Okay, maybe knight d7. Yeah, I don't like it. I'm afraid I have to do it this way. Genetic fish testing. I don't think that was the best move. Dude, what do I do if you play rook c7? I think I'm just like lost. Sumher is immensely talented. But you're just too committed to like playing mindlessly fast. King f6, bishop takes a4, king e5, bishop c2, king d4. That's interesting. Also interesting is a3. a3 takes. I'm going to go with the king directly. Directamundo. Direct to your door. Ah. But there are other issues, friend. It's not that easy. Dial direct. You can always play A3. I say we give it to him. You can have it. I don't want it. It's too fat for me. So here. Going after G-pawn. Last game, kids. That wasn't politically correct. My good bishop. My good bishop. What good bishop? It's not so good. It will be. Lasker said, bishops, pieces that are angry, pieces that are blocked in, they're angry, and they come out. And when they finally get unleashed, they're super strong. He's just building up his Incredible Hulkness. He, she, or it. To be politically correct. My bishop is building up its anger. It has anger management issues. Building its Incredible Hulkness. Kids, we have to go. So we're going to be back for birthday stream. Don't forget to bring the presents. I'll bring the fun. We've got a simul on Sunday. Birthday simul. Classical birthday simul. Uh-oh. Now that wasn't on the radar. What's that about? What's he doing over there? Wait, I have another diagonal. See, he's already getting pissed. He's like, no, I have two diagonal. Don't mess with me. You have two diagonal. Check. Because that can't be a bad move, right? And now, for our final trick, what we don't want is our pawns to end up on the wrong color. So we have bishop f1 here, actually. Oof. This looks pretty strong. See how angry he is? That bishop is pissed. I could have just taken on g2 there. Now all my pawns are on the right color. My bishop is angry. Hangry. He's hangry. So who said I have a bad bishop? Who said my bishop wasn't good? He's a champ. Are you a champ or a chump? Now here he comes. The doctor of counterplay. And he has two A-pawns. Dual A-pawns. Dueling A-pawns won't be enough. Thank you, Agnes Karaduski. May all your A-pawns be stopped by enemy bishops. Alright, guys. Forgot who said that bishop wasn't good. He's the Incredible Hulk of bishops. You won't like me when I'm angry. Thanks, everybody. We're going to be back for birthday Sunday and simul at 6:30 CET Sunday. Thanks for supporting the stream. Appreciate it. All of you friends. Friends and enemies. I guess that's it for announcements. We're going to be Expecting to see all of you. Classical Simul. Again, I will see you then. Sunday, 6:30 CET. Bye-bye. Thank you. Good games.